is this?
Stupid thing.
Scream 7 or what?
Boo.
Yeah,
You took the title down. Take the down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that down. Yeah, not giving too much spoilers there. Everybody knows we talk Marvel anyways.
Right.
Doom 7. Oh, dude, FNAF is it's crazy, bro. I'm super excited about it. Super excited. I'll talk about that. I'd like to talk about that today. We'll see if God lets me talk about it after the intro. Yeah, baby. Oh,
9
I can
days.
let me run the old intro. Check this out. I'm gonna do a flyby of the old intro.
10 days. 10 days
Yeah.
for Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's already
And
coming
11,
up next week.
and 11 days till Thanksgiving.
Haha. 11. I like that.
But
what a video. But I'm. Talk about a blast from the past. That was our old intro back in the day with my friend John, man. Even when Triggs was here more often. Brian, I think it was past his time. We got the new title with that one, but shout out to the old school Average Boys, Big John, man, back in the day. Derps, what's going on, my man? It's good to see you, bro.
It's good to see you too, man. I mean, even though we just did this about...
Yeah, we did this like a couple days ago, right?
Yeah, 3 days ago, maybe.
Yeah, so if you guys don't know, Derp runs the show during the week. Me and Derp, he called me up fucking midweek while I was like doing a bunch of crazy shit and was like, yo, let's do some talking shit. And we threw down an episode out of nowhere. It's like a 2-hour episode almost, right?
Right.
Yeah, that was crazy, man. And then we hadn't been on here, and I think last week we didn't get to come on. We had some stuff going on, so it's good to see everybody. What's up, Miguel? What's up? Hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody got to go out and do some stuff, man. I saw Frankenstein was popping. Everybody was talking about the new Predator movie, which I got to see. Frankenstein I haven't seen. Everybody else said it's pretty solid, but I'm a scaredy cat. Nah, I'm just kidding, dude. I'm not scared.
I heard Predator was meh.
It was it's getting Marvelized, dude. I was not. I mean, it was. Dude, it was weird. It was so weird. Just a bunch of stuff, dude. That was so crazy. What it do? King Yeti in the house. What's up, King Yeti? Good to see you, my man. Yeah, got to see the Predators movie. What is it, Badlands or whatever? You could tell there was a lot of them trying to save the backlash which happened the last time because everyone was like, yo, did they make the Predator black? Like, is it a black dude now? Like, I don't know if you remember like everybody going off. So they made it like orange with a reddish tone. So his color scheme is a little bit different, which is cool. I mean, it really didn't play off at anything. And they kind of like made it to where the character's a runt. Like he's the smallest one. Yeah. It's like this is fan fiction. So you're saying it's written by fan fiction. Yeah, pretty much.
So you're saying it's The Last Jedi.
Dude, there was so many fucking Star Wars moments in it. It's not even funny, man. What's cool is like they kept the theme of like the Predator shit, where it's all the tribal, like I don't know. There's a very like manly man thing about the Predator show, right?
Right.
But you watch it back in the 80s, and it was a sci-fi version of like Michael Myers, right? It focused around the people running. And like running away from this creature that it doesn't know. It has a bunch of crazy weapons, and you needed someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger and his Delta Force teams to kind of take it out, right? And nowadays, you know, the 4'11" Indian girl can take him out with a couple of things. You know, any character can pretty much take out a Predator if you have heart and you're Saved by Shonen or whatever. But this one was weird. Because it's you know, it didn't really follow the format of a predator hunting a bunch of crazy things like the way they used to, where it's like they're hunting a specific species of intelligent creature that can kind of kick its ass or whatever, and it's supposed to be a challenge, and then they take home the head and they mount it or keep the spine. There was all this cool, crazy like horror gore aficionado shit that they used to do. This one had like zero of that. The Predator's face was super like emotional. Like he would have like worried eyes and concepts and like looking confused at things. And then it befriends, of course, a Wayland Yutani synth cyborg chick. Then what else? It befriends this like tiny baby Grogu gremlin looking creature that's like a little monkey. And everything that you think a writer can put in to make the audience seem stupid, like they took every advantage of that.
The Predator vs. Aliens happens.
Yeah, I remember that movie, and that movie probably is better than this one. Like, to be honest, like
even better than Rec Room.
Oh, that's a good question. I would say
Rec Room was so bad.
Rec Room was fucking bad, dude. No, I wouldn't say it's. You know what this reminded me of?
What?
Chronicles of Riddick. Like Pitch Black, Chronicles of Riddick. It reminded me of that 1,000,000%. And right now, there's like things online that people are putting that they want to see a Riddick versus Predator movie. Which, I mean, by now I'm all for Riddick. You know, fucking crazy eyes, the fucking Vin Diesel cool voice versus some random Predator character. All right, I'm cool. Both are hunters. Both are this. I think for what it's worth, like back in the day, the Riddick movies and the Pitch Black movies were pretty solid.
Right.
Like they're pretty fun. This movie, of course, came from a horror background, and now they turned it into something silly. It's pretty much like it almost took the same format as Army of Darkness.
I don't know if you've seen this. The director, they didn't like the original one. I don't know if you've seen that. Oh
my god, no! What did they say? Wait, what did they say about the original one? I'm gonna go fucking find this.
I think they said something on a podcast that they were like they were sensitive or offended by it.
Oh my god, no way!
I could be wrong, but I did. I thought I saw something that I
talks. 1987 movie. Oh god, I'm scared.
Is it? Did you find it?
No.
It should be like on a podcast.
Okay, so it's not like on a
It should be like there was like an interview or something.
That'd be so crazy. Explains how the prism. Oh, August 4th, 2020. No. What's this? What's it? Badlands, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put. I'm gonna put didn't like.
Interview didn't like 1987 Predator. Find it.
Yeah, something like that.
It's like a lady, right?
The core theme is yeah. I don't know. I
don't know if that's it though. Oh.
I'd have to go looking for it, dude, because this will fucking pique my interest. It talks about how James Cameron didn't think the movie was gonna work. Was that in the same thing?
No.
I don't want to try.
It's okay. Just let's get to the comments and I'll look for it.
There's a few specific questions I had in mind. I wanted to see if they could give us any helping notes. So he saw the movies a couple of months back, and he said, "I have to be honest with you. When I first heard what you were doing, I did not think it was going to work, but holy crap, you pulled it off." Trachtenberg recalls mid-laugh. He either did not remember the first conversation that meant a whole lot to me, or he really does know that someone in my position needs to hear things getting done. And I think it's more of the later. Yeah, maybe that wasn't it, but I mean, for once, for someone to say like, "Oh, I'm going back and I'm gonna what is it? I'm gonna watch the movies for once." Jesus, what's up, Hunter? We're doing good, man. Nice to see you, brother. Hunter Iggy. Adrian says a fully trained veteran team of perk strength. No, freaking steroided out perk strength gigmen got destroyed. Arnold survived by pure luck and mud, but a bad hunter girl beat the crap out of the predator. Right? Yeah, it's really weird. King Yeti says I'm a sexual T-Rex line was too far. Yep. Yeah, Van Damme was the original Predator. Was he? No way, dude. I thought the original Predator was a black guy, like a really tall black guy. Predator? No. Fuck, I don't remember. That's a crazy question if Van Damme was. Maybe he was like one of the stunt guys, right, in the show. But yeah, I finally saw Predator Borderlands or Badlands. It consists of a movie about a runt alien whose father, who's in the tribe, was like,
oh no,
his older brother.
This is
told his older
way
brother,
back
like,
in
yo,
the day.
just kill him. He's a runt. Like, he sucks. He can't benefit the team or whatever. And there was so much emotion, but the power of friendship. It turned into a shonen, and it turned into a Marvel movie because he created like an Avengers team. Goes out to fight this monster that has the most ridiculous regenerational like health. He literally gets his head cut off and then it just like reattaches itself like way faster than Deadpool and Wolverines. So in my mind, of course, Weyland Yutani's, the connection was they were trying to collect it to turn it into a weapon or weaponize it or do something. But yeah, it was weird. Yo, so what if no!
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. What did Daniel RPK say about a couple of minutes ago? Did you get to see that or no?
I did.
What is it?
I think he said
that the fucking Marvel movies are gonna suck.
Exactly.
That Doomsday's fucking ruined.
Yeah. No, he said.
What did he say? What did he say?
Well, let me see.
I'll check it out. I'll see if I can find it too. But
he said, "I've heard Doomsday looks way better visually than the Russo's other Marvel films." That's one of them. He said. And then there was a scoop for DC. They're looking for I think it's like. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Okay, I see it.
DC Film News, that's where it is. No, that's not it. What is it? Where is it? I have so many DC.
Tobey Maguire signed a deal to come back on Doomsday.
No.
Yeah, it says one day ago. Daniel RPK. Tobey Maguire has signed a deal to return as Spider-Man. He's gonna die.
He's gonna die for sure.
Oh yeah, he's gonna die. Did you see that they did a cool fashion shoot, and they brought in this actor guy that a lot of people are assuming is gonna be the new Black Panther?
Really?
Yeah, Black Panther. Let me see if I can find it.
I can find it.
Oh, don't get sick.
I'm dying.
Don't get sick.
I'm dying, man.
Let me see if it's this guy.
There it is. Okay.
You find it?
Yeah, this is what also for the DC news. DC Studios is reportedly looking to cast a new female character for a major role in Man of Tomorrow. A young actress in her 20s being scouted. Question is, who could it be?
This is Black Panther, right?
No, this is for DC Studios, like for Man of Tomorrow.
So a lot of people have a really good idea that Damson Idris is going to be the new Black Panther.
Yeah, I wanted him as freaking Jon Stewart, but oh well.
Okay, I mean he seems like a pretty good kid. The reason why it's kind of more in the forefront is because of the fashion show he went to. He went to a fashion show that they brought in the Black Panther kind of like characters and stuff like that to a Vogue thing, right? And they took some really great pictures, and he actually kind of did like a cool walk with the Queen of Wakanda. So here, I'm going to show you that. Boom. So he ended up coming out with her, like holding hands, and he was just there. And a lot of people think that because of that, he's going to be probably in the forefront to be the new Black Panther, and he'll probably play an up-aged version of the child that was in the last Black Panther movie. What do you think about that? I think it's cool.
I thought Wakanda Forever was good. Okay, I'm not one of the weird ones. I thought Wakanda Forever was good, and then it
was pretty good,
and that's where it should be at. But You got petty fans that are still asking to replace T'Challa in 2025. No offense.
No, it's no offense, but like it's one of those things. Like it's crazy
Like,
that I mean the crazy circumstance, right?
You have to move on from characters. I mean, that's it's 2025, dude. Like, I'm not trying to say that in the wrong way. I know you love your characters, but like, if they die, they die.
Well, I mean, that's the thing. The T'Challa character didn't die. He got snapped away and then was returned.
Yeah.
And then the passing of Chadwick Boseman in real life passes away.
Yeah.
The character literally just returned back to the live action film from being gone for almost the entire movie of Infinity War. So the idea would have been that he came back and probably made another movie. In the comic books, yes, T'Challa dies, then returns as the King of the Dead. And in that, Shuri does take over, become the Black Panther, and her and Storm go to find him to resurrect him from Necropolis, right? So there's a huge story that consists of the death of T'Challa in the story. But the crazy part is, since the actual actor passes away, in honor, they were just like, yo, we should just drop the character, which kind of makes it feel weird. You just get him back. He helps save the universe. And then you start the next film with him offset that, yes, King Yeti, 1,000,000%. It's time. It's time for Blue Marvel Adam Brashear to make his return. I think the world is super ready for it. Whole series of movies, man. That's what we need. Adam Brashear would be so dope, dude. Damn, dude. Blue Marvel is such a G. Are you familiar with this character?
No. Look it up.
Adam Brashear is the one of the antithesis to Marvel's Superman. He's a black man, and he was here during, I want to say, like Nixon's presidency. There was like a giant asteroid coming, and he stops it, and his costume gets torn up. And the government and the FBI realize it's a black man, and they were like, whoa, we can't have this. We're gonna pay you off, and we need you to hide, bro, because black people aren't looked at in this timeline right now as in good faith. People would freak out. So he's like, all right, dope. Like, he just goes into hiding, and they pay him off, and he's like this crazy, like, nuclear physicist, like just intelligent, like super damn intelligent. And then he returns because his antithesis, his villain, the what is it? Not the Anti-Monitor, Matter Man, Anti-Matter Man, or something like that, comes out and starts just wrecking shop on the Avengers, and he's the only one that can stop him. He's super smart, super strong, knock the Hulk out in one punch kind of guy. So that would be super cool. Blue Marvel would be G to see, but yeah. We're not at that level yet. I don't think so. But yeah, it would be cool. I mean, having a Black Panther back would be really great. So T'Challa needs his story to be told. He's still a lot more to him. And Shuri was kind of like a comic book replacement for her for a bit until she passed on. So we'll have to see how it goes. But yeah, there's a lot of rumors that this guy's going to be the guy. So cool to see that you wanted him as the Green Lantern too. That's cool. Kind of goes to show that he's a good actor then, right?
Right.
Yeah. All righty. Let's go ahead and start getting into some cool stuff that we were going to talk about this week. What a cool week already, man. Already some cool stuff popping off. So, starting off, let's start with the coolest elephant in the room. Gremlins 3, baby.
Hold on.
Yeah, Adrian, I'm not going to lie. Ironheart was the last one, man. Super intelligent characters, all smarter than Reed Richards. Everybody has to be. You know what I mean? Always. But yeah, I get that. But we're talking about Gremlins 3. Hey, did you hear about this? Are you a fan of Gremlins? Derpy? You giving me a 1? The heck is that all about? Guys, if you don't know, Gremlins was a really great film back in the 80s, dealing with like these weird... I want to say Gremlins. The music was fucking great, dude.
And then the second one happened.
Yeah, then the second one. But it just kind of lost itself. I think it kind of went out there and wanted a part, just a regular film.
Right.
And then all of a sudden they got it so successful. They were like, bro, we should just make a part 2. And they had like the Hulk in it, or what, the Hulkamania. They had a bunch of random artists in the theater and shit like that. Remember that?
Right.
Don't feed them after dark.
And then I remember the second one with the freaking lady.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the gremlin, the girl gremlin.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was super fun. The whole movie was just silly, bro. And Spike and all that stuff.
And then the smart one saying New York, New York.
New York, New York. Yep. It's so cool. Like Gremlins in a nowadays format.
The question, how are they gonna do it?
What do you mean?
Like, how can they do it in a modern format? Are they gonna go like in the 90s, like continuation from the?
I think it has to follow the hooker gremlin, yeah. And the big fat one with the fucking googly eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I remember all this shit. I think they would have to follow it kind of like Lilo and Stitch, the live action.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do that. Gizmo is gonna be like this fun moving around, but man, dude, like, what do you think? Should they stick with like the animatronics or do they go CG?
And they gotta go OG, dude. They gotta go Muppet style. They gotta go.
Dude, I think 100% too, man. Like to have like that weird like character like Grogu walking around like really stiff and like just uncomfortable, but like still like being there's so many.
But they'll probably go CGI to save money.
Maybe. Or what if they do like a are you familiar with the Star Wars robots at the at Disneyland, the ones that walk around?
Yes.
Like, what about that?
It's just like
no. We're talking about, because Adrian's like, bro, what are y'all talking about? It is live action. No, we understand it's live action, but like nowadays, the technology that we have nowadays in filmmaking, like where do they benefit from on telling a story with the Gremlins? Like, do they stick to doing puppets, or do they do it CG characters and have it move around like Lilo and Stitch? Like Lilo and Stitch, they didn't have practical animatronics or anything like that, or puppets. They did it all CG, which kind of makes the character flow and move and do a bunch of shit in real life around a character. But I don't know, it having that stiffness would be really fun. So what I'm gonna do, Lilo live action. Like you have, let me see. They're gonna do some crazy shit. I just don't want to get in trouble, guys. But here we go. What is it? This is one of the characters. Yeah. So look, so this is the actor that plays Lilo, and there's Stitch. Like, would you want to see?
Turn the music down.
Would you want to see the Gremlins in this kind of movement or format, or
no?
Would you like seeing it like what's the freaking Grogu and Boba Freak, right? That's the easiest thing I can come up with. Boba Freak, man. Like, would you like to see him in this kind of format? Not Lil Wayne. Man, Lil Wayne, do your thing. Like this kind of format where they move kind of like wiggly and stuff. Like, which one would you prefer? I kind of want it to be this way.
Same.
Like there's something like I want to say like charming about it being practical effects. Like there's something about it that makes it feel more engaging than the CG style like character that's just kind of implemented into like a live action performance. I say practical, same thing. 100%. I say live action. I say. But yeah, okay. So Gremlins 3, Steven Spielberg is back in the chair, and so is Chris Columbus, who was the original writer and film director. I'm excited. This would be really cool if they brought back everybody from it and had it, all the chaos that ensues, right? Yeah. I'm a as close to zero CG type of guy. Yeah, that's understandable. I think in the current format in the world where movies started going in that direction more of using CG and all that stuff, kind of took away from like the Jackie Chan essence of filmmaking. So Gremlins 3 would be pretty dope. But what do you think the story should be? I mean, back in the day, it used to be a little silly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, John Candy, wasn't it?
Maybe the grandkids.
You want it to be a little bit more serious?
Maybe something like the grandkids find it.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have to do something like that, right? Or even having it to where maybe the main actor guy grew up and owns
It would have
like
to
a
be
pawn
something like
shop.
it would have to be something like Ghostbusters Afterlife, like a plot like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like small town again. They find it in a what's it called? Like maybe like a souvenir place or
yeah.
something.
Because I was gonna say we're not really, we don't really
Or
have like a backstory, do we?
no, not
We
really.
can add derpies. I'm down.
We could.
We
Hey
can,
now, hey
yeah,
now,
we can out derpies.
hey now, hey now.
So I wouldn't mind them giving us like an origin story and like something of like, because remember in the original film he gets it from like an old Chinese guy and it's like,
Right,
are they demons, are they aliens, are they like, are they
right,
the gods of China, like the little demigods, the fox demons, are they like that?
yeah,
Like what are they ogre,
right,
like what are they, maybe tree spirits or something? We have to have some type of background so that we can know the limitations of what we can take the character. That's what I think as a
right, right.
storyteller. So, even throwing this out there, the Gremlins story was made charming because of Gizmo, Gizmo Kaka, right? And all of these characters, but in that time, Gizmo was, I guess, like a child, but how long does it take them to grow up? We do know that they age, we do know that they change shape, and we do know that stuff, but like, yeah, would Gizmo still be alive?
Right.
Would it be an ancestor of Gizmo? Yo, what's up? The View with
What's up,
Drew.
Drew? What's up,
What's up?
Drew?
Talking Gremlins 3 right now, The Return. Adrian says Curse of the Gremlins type of thing. Because where did all the dead gremlins go? Maybe a bad juju calls a curse. I don't know. Yeah, you see, like it's kind of formidable, right? Like you're gonna want it to be comical. Like you're gonna want to have like the cutesy gremlin come in, but then you have all the other ones that do a bunch of crazy stuff, right? Hey, do congratulations on the win to
You
split.
talking about my Steelers stuff?
Nice, dude. Nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, the concept is like, what do you think, Derp? Like, where should the movie go if it comes back? Think it goes a little bit more serious? You think they should go
maybe do like origin flashbacks, but
like while in like times, right? Modern times,
yeah,
and then doing like callbacks to what started it or where it all came from.
yeah,
I mean, that'd be pretty cool. A little bit more open. Maybe make it into not like a trilogy, but maybe like a 2-part series. Make it a little bit fun, like the way it was back in the day.
yeah.
I'm down. What do y'all think, guys? In the comment section, let us know what y'all think. Talking about
November 2027.
what are you gonna get naked or what? Put your shirt down, man. I can see all your chancha sticking out, man. God damn. You can show off the titties, man.
Yeah,
get his canceled, dude. That's funny.
At least it's not. At least it's the stomach. Okay, it's not the titties. Okay.
The View with Drew says, excellent news. I made a new logo DC short film on my channel. Now that I strongly recommend you to go check it out when you get a chance. Okay. Lego Justice League Invasion of Metropolis.
Ooh, go check it out.
Sharp. Yeah, we'll definitely check it out. Yeah. Most def, dude. That's awesome. That's cool, man, to know that people are making creative stuff like that. I appreciate that. That's awesome. I wish someone would feed the Bengals defense over after midnight. Oh, throwing the gremlin shade at a football team. That's nasty, dude. That's diabolical, bro. All right, well, going on to the next part of the conversations. Gremlins 3, guys, it's going to be about 2 years, November 2027. When we see they're already probably filming right now. And yeah, 2 years down the road sounds like a good family film. Man, can't wait for it to return.
Speaking, they should just move it to October instead of November.
Maybe they do get a push up, right? Especially for being Halloween. But then again, it's like, wasn't it a Christmas film?
It was a Christmas film. I mean, they could do it for Christmas.
It's like Nightmare Before Christmas, dude, with gremlins. That'd be so cool.
Right.
That's funny.
All right, next topic.
Yeah, we'll jump into the next one. Speaking of returning back to an IP that people loved, V for Vendetta is going to be getting an apparently new series, and James Gunn is producing.
Okay.
Yeah, what do you think about this, Derps?
This?
Yes.
I don't know. This is probably a bad idea because
I agree.
I've seen the original, and I shouldn't probably have seen the original when I was a kid, but I did.
That's crazy.
But like, he would.
I think he's gonna mess it up, dude.
I would have to agree.
Yeah, man, it's a masterpiece. V for Vendetta is such a great film.
Here's the thing, though, like his style does not work with this because I mean, even maybe I don't know, but like the closest thing that to V for Vendetta that like the tone would probably be his Suicide Squad or Peacemaker, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Without the overtop jokes.
Yeah, true that.
You know what I mean? Like that's the closest tone he can get to the tone.
But yeah, for James Gunn.
Right. So like if I were them, I would get someone else because his style is not for this specifically story.
Yeah. True point. I truly agree. V for Vendetta, the first film, was a masterpiece. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't it a Zack Snyder film? Let's go check it out real quick.
It might have been. It might have been.
I know Alan Moore.
I haven't watched it in years. I haven't watched it in years, dude.
No, he wasn't. Let me see.
Let me see.
V for Vendetta director. Oh, V for Vendetta was James Matigu. He's the guy that did Sin City. Yeah. Did a fantastic job on the first film. The idea of the film being retouched in a modern day time, I think is a horrible idea because I think it's just people trying to cope out ways to take the original film to kind of, I guess, like master manipulate or gaslight the idea that they're trying to make it feel like in the current dynamics of politics and the worldview, like how they can flip it to make it seem like it's stuff that's going on right now. Even though Alan Moore was like a conspiracy freak himself, believed in like the concepts of like the Freemasons and the Illuminati and like all of this crazy stuff talks.
Yeah.
And he brought up a lot of things and made most of his concepts based on like the idea of conspiracies of like the New World Order and, terrorist attacks happening in the United States to make a totalitarian world or whatnot. I was really into this shit way back in the day. And when Alan Moore was going to turn, I think it was like, I'm not sure for like V for Vendetta and The Watchmen, because he wrote that also. He didn't want to be involved with them too much because he knew that Hollywood was going to fuck him up. Like compared to what he wrote in his comic books and what they were about. With the current dynamics and all the stuff that, bro, Adrian knows that he hated the Big Brother shit. Like just everything about him. The Ozymandias, the owl concept, Owl Man being a character in the Watchmen, all of the Egyptian iconography, all the concepts of like imperialism and the world creating such a traumatic event that it has to give up its freedoms to follow. And then they end up, of course, like there's like a huge fall. It's so crazy, bro. It's super crazy. V for Vendetta was such an interesting film where it was the concept of a rebellion or a person of rebellion going against a country who had already had an authoritarianism like concept, right?
Sounds like modern day problems.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what it's going to be. But it's so weird because there's so many people that want to grasp at this and be like, oh, look, it's a story about myself. But most people are just fucking stupid at politics.
Right.
Like they're fucking idiots and they just want to be wah, wah, wah. They want to be me. I'm the problem or I'm the issue or whatever the fuck. Like,
right.
And I think them hijacking a story that was already a masterful storytelling and situation doesn't need to be redone so that it tells the narrative that they want to say nowadays. It's like, bitch, make your own stuff. You know what I mean? Like fucking make your own stories. Like they don't need to do that to the other stuff. Yeah, he deconstructed politics through parody. That's a good concept, a very, very good concept. Just through the storytelling concept, like using superheroes and like the Watchmen being like a weird concept of like the Justice Society and how like the characters themselves were above the law. The vigilantism was above the law and then deconstructed back down to knowing that they were part of the system and the issue. And then being above it even happened in Incredibles and shit like that. So it's not too far fetched from what a lot of people have tried to do. before. It's just that Alan Moore did it in a very creative way, very very creative way. And of course, like throughout the years, he's been bought out, and DC bought him out, and I think they kind of fucked up his series and made it into something that they wanted to tell. Which of course, that's the same thing that what's her fucking stupid ass name, the one that fucked up Star Wars. What's this chick's name?
Kathleen Kennedy.
Kathleen Kennedy, man. Yeah, just like her ass when they bought it. Yo, Feel the Steel says Predator Badlands was fire. I would need to hear like a really give me like
good explanation why it was good. Feel the Steel.
Unless he's gonna say it was just like a good shoot 'em up, and it reminded him, like I said, of like Riddick. Like if that's what you're gonna say, like okay, I'll agree with you. Like it's just a weird shooter, but comparing it to like the original story of the Predators, and them being like, "Yo, we're about our tribe," but they were gonna kill off the little dude, and then he goes back, and then later on they're like, "Oh no, my mom's coming," and then now the mom's gonna be like this like super awesome fucking warrior Xena fucking tribal leader, and they're gonna just shit all over it. Just shit all over it. You got to let me know, Feel Still. Let me know in the comments, man. That's super dope. Thanks for watching and tagging along. Adrian says the irony of someone taking his book that satires the mass consumerism of politics and commerce just to further mass yeah, pretty much. Oh, what are they called? The Yaju or the junta or something like that? Yeah, they kind of like they get into more of like a interesting like backstory.
The lore, yeah.
Yeah, they kind of break it up into it a little bit more, which is it's cool. But I just
unnecessary.
No. I mean, I think it's cool. Like if you're gonna build a universe, you got to build it. And if it's part of the Aliens universe, if there's like I said, a weird concept that Riddick can be a part of this, I want to know how they're gonna put it all together. But I just don't want it to be watered down. And I feel that in this movie, they kind of watered down the Predator, and they made it to where he was like an outcast of his original tribe, so that since he was the what?
Fan fiction.
Yeah, pretty much. Since he was able to be like excommunicado or whatever they say in John Wick, right? So since he's all kicked out of the whole tribe, like he can do whatever he wants. The Yautja, I don't even know how to say it. Yeah, I remember that. I just I don't know where they go from here. Yo, Brian, what's up? Yo, are you free? Brian, I gotta send you the link. I thought you said you were gonna be busy for a couple hours. Do you need me to send you?
I need to see you.
Let me know. Right now we're talking about V for Vendetta making a series, or they're gonna recreate a series. James Gunn's producing, and how I am not for it.
I'm not.
The other thing is, we talked about Predators Badland. Yo, send the link. Yo,
let's
my
go.
dude.
Our glorious king is returned.
Yes. I see your messages. I'm sorry, Brian. I don't have any of my phones on her. So, nope, didn't do that right. I sent you the name of the guy that I think is going to be Black Panther. Oh man!
All right, there he is. Our glorious king.
Brian's returned. Alrighty, brother. I sent you the link. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good to have you. Yeah. So, again, talking about Predator Badlands, I'd really like to get someone to give me no, I have not seen Predator Killer of Killers, but of course, the internet has a really great way of kind of like spoiling, so I did get to see the ending and all this other stuff. So, yo, what's up? Brian D from New Jersey, what is up? Can you hear me?
Sir, can you hear me?
What's up, Brian? What's up? Yeah, we can hear you, brother. How you doing?
What's up? How do I sound?
You sound good.
All right. What's going on, fellas?
Not a chillin'. Right now, we are talking about V for Vendetta is getting a new series, a remake, and it's going to be produced by James Gunn. I think me and Derpy both agree that the James Gunn format doesn't work for this kind of film. I think it's already a masterpiece.
Yeah.
And just to return to it, it's kind of like they should kind of come up with something new. What do you think?
Isn't James Gunn busy? Doesn't he have like a whole...
He's got a whole universe.
You're right. Well, he doesn't even know at this point because of the stupid buyout.
I mean, all right, cool. Honestly, I think something like that would be more his speed, to be honest with you.
For V for Vendetta?
Yeah, I think so.
but it's all like serious and politics, and I think Zack Snyder would have probably been a better visual.
I would have to agree.
But like directing wise, I would go with someone like serious, dude, because it's got a lot of points in it. It's like very Vantage Point, the movie. I don't know if you remember that back in the day.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's very much like that. Like there's a lot of mystery and like just build up to things that kind of like pile up on each other. V for Vendetta is so masterful, dude. So masterful.
But honestly, this guy, James Gunn, like he kind of dabbles in like the political aspects of his film. So I think if you give him the option of just going full hardcore into it, I think he might. I would rather see him do that than Superman, if I'm being honest.
I mean, yeah, because you would kind of consider it out of what, like the Suicide Squad, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more edgy. It's a little bit more,
yeah.
He'll have more freedom to create and to, get more of his shit off. I think there'll be a little bit more his speed.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I didn't even think about that. Feel the Steel, thank you so much, man. Says, have you seen the ones that are in Hulu, Predators, Killer of Killers? I haven't seen it. Boys, have you seen that yet?
Not yet, no.
Not yet. What about you, Derp? Have you seen it?
What?
The Predator, Killers of Killers, the animated series?
No.
Or the animated show? No. He also says, well, boys, I'm out. But yeah, Predators, Badlands, it was dope. And let's hope that the next one brings the great battles between the wolf and his enemies. Yeah, that's it, the Alpha, right? They call him like the Alpha or something like that. Did you get to see Predator Badlands, Brian?
No, I have not gotten a chance to see it. I was just actually talking to Michael Betancourt about it, and I will get a chance to see it. Just haven't gotten a chance to see it yet.
It's all right. I got to see it this past week. It was my sit-down movie. Got to pirate it. I'm going to say I pirated that shit 100%.
And how was it?
I was, you know what? It was interesting because it doesn't do the old movies justice because it doesn't have that sci-fi serial killer Michael Myers vibe anymore. Okay. But it did made it feel more like I guess like a space opera, like Star Wars. Right. I kind of feel like it mixes between Star Wars and Chronicles of Riddick.
Okay.
I kind of feel like it mixes like that now.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I just feel like it sucks in a way because we're not going to get that high intensity horror vibe feeling that it kind of gave us when we were young.
Yeah, but I mean, have you seen Prey?
Yes.
Okay, and because Prey wasn't along those lines either. They're going in like a different direction. Is it along those lines of Prey? Because I love Prey.
Yeah, it was a fun movie. Prey was a little bit better in the concept of it sticking to like the original format.
Okay.
But again, like I kind of feel like you didn't feel the despair as much of this character, like the overarching like vibe of the Predator. I know that they tried to build it, but I don't know. It's just something about it. It never really rubbed you right. Like I want to say the scene with the bear, right?
But the whole concept is different. Like back in the day, you were looking from the human's vantage point, and now it's like they're making it as if like the Predator is like the
main character
or the main character. Yeah, so it's
they're building on the lore, right? They're building on the lore of the character, which I didn't have a problem with that. I thought that was pretty cool. Okay. Because of course, like the only thing we've ever gotten lore wise was in the comic books, and maybe in Predator 2, the one in New York or Manhattan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got a little bit more because of course, like the exploration of the ship and some of the weapons and stuff like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, there's a part of me that feels like there's a little too much emotion from the character, like the Predator itself, where like back in the day it used to be based on mystery, right? But you need that for it to be expanded upon. You know what I mean? There needs to be a hierarchy of understanding of these characters. There used to be that, I think in that Manhattan film, right? I want to say Predators 2. Was that Predators 2?
It was with Danny Glover.
Yeah, Danny Glover. You did have the little lure that we got when all the Predators showed up at the end and everyone had like a different vibe, right? And just the hierarchy of the characters being expanded upon. I just want them to do it justice to like at least kind of keep it in theme of what it was originally, right? And this one felt more Star Wars-ish, which is okay.
So would you recommend it to see to someone that hasn't seen it?
Yeah, I mean, I can say it's a good summer flick.
Because with you, I don't know, where you're all over the place. You sound like you like it, but then you give it like, I don't know. So it was good.
Yeah, for me, it would be like a B minus, high C plus. Okay. Like in the sense of grading, like 75, 78. I think it's a good summer flick. And I think it has potential to be expanded upon in like a family friendly Star Wars-ish kind of vibe, but it's not going to be rated R anymore. Like this isn't something that's going to be like gory. It's not in the horror.
So genre. I did see like that was one of the comments about, a lot of the people were saying it's like Disney-fied. Like, did you get that? Okay. Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. That's a really good way to put it. It's been, I don't want to say Disney-fied though. I would say it's more like the Star Wars vibes, which isn't.
Same thing.
Well, I mean, it's because, you look at Disney and you look at the concept of what they've done with stuff, and it's just that they like, yeah, I guess, man, like they milk the shit out of it. I don't want to say it that way. Because again, I feel like the comparison is more from Pitch Black to Riddick. Like you look at Pitch Black, the original Vin Diesel Riddick movie.
Yeah.
And it had a horror element to it. Like that genre time frame of what horror was. It was very much like a zombie survival story in space, minus the fact that the creatures were xenomorph fast. But you had this one superhero-ish character that had like superpowers because his eyes could see in the dark.
But it's more just, I mean, even though it had those elements, I mean, those movies that you're naming, those are just flat out action flicks. Like those are
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. That's why it's kind of hard to say if it's like a Disney film. Because this one has a lot of action in it. But it's just, I don't know. It's super. Yeah, they generalized it. That's a really good way to put it.
Derpy, did you get a chance to check it out?
What?
The Badlands Predator.
No, I did not. I took it out of context. I heard it was meh, so I didn't see it.
Same.
Yeah, and that's understandable because it's like these are IPs and stuff that we hold kind of dear to our heart. You know what I mean?
Right.
So like when you hear that the audience, maybe like the younger crowd or like someone that like if they have a certain vibe and they're like, oh my God, that was amazing. And you're like, oh, it's like, what is it? Like a Biggie? Like when Biggie's like, oh, it's the best thing on the planet. And we're like, well, Biggie says it about everything, man. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, he loves cinema and we understand that. He loves entertainment.
Yeah.
But like when we want to be more critical and again, earlier we were talking about Gremlins 3 getting a remake or a continuation.
Oh, really?
And Steven Spielberg's coming back and Chris Columbus is going to be writing and directing again.
Oh, I'm in.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, I'm in.
You know what I mean? Like that sounds really fun. And there's a whole generation of kids that don't know what the Gremlins are, but have seen it like at Hot Topic and like all these other places. And now they'll get their own version. But what should they do? Should they do like an origins of like what the creatures are and kind of expand on it so they can have more? Do they bring Gizmo back? Can they not age? Like, what's the lure behind the characters more? Like, what do they do? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Honestly, if they were smart, they would just gear it towards the people our age because we're going to be the only ones to go watch this shit.
Yeah, 100%. We're the only ones that are going to be really, really excited.
Yeah.
But it's super hard to get studios to do that, man, because we're such like a minority.
I mean, that's true. But I mean, right now, a lot of the nostalgia is in and remakes are in, so you never know. But I'm gonna watch it regardless.
1,000,000%. Me too. I'm 100% first in line with Robert. For both of you guys, what do you think a good film, old school, that they could bring back would be, in your opinion? So we see Gremlins and we see a V for Vendetta. So there's no like, they're reaching, man.
You talking about like originals, or you talking about like?
Yeah. What's an original story that kind of like ended back in the day? That you wish that they would be like, hey, you know what? Like, we're going to do a continuation of this. We think it deserves it.
That's a good question.
That would be like Event Horizon, right? Like they're doing the Event Horizon sequel.
Yeah.
And that's cool as fuck, dude.
I mean, all the movies that, were nostalgia, they've already remade already.
Kind of. Right?
What would be your answer? Like, what would it be?
I would like to see a Back to the Future. Like, but it's been done. Like, they went all the way to 3. They went all the way back to the cowboy times. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, maybe I don't know, like, but you get what I'm saying. They did Ghostbusters, maybe like Tremors or Critters.
You know what? It was funny because like one of the ones that they just redid or doing like an expansion is Creep Show. I don't know if you remember Creep Show. Yeah,
I do
like
remember
they're
Creep Show.
they're redoing that as well. So like all the old ones
are getting some type of exploration, right?
Yeah.
There's 3 movies that pop into my head right now that I would like to see them return to. One is The Last Starfighter.
Okay.
I think with the success of Tron, The Last Starfighter, and Ready Player One, I think there's a formula for that movie to be successful.
I'm surprised they never did another Ready Player One.
Well, there is a book, but it's really bad. Really? The book is it's a bad read. Anaconda with J-Lo and Ice Cube. That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Just so happens the fucking snake survived, dude.
All right, listen. Some of these movies don't need remakes.
They don't need remakes. Yeah, definitely not.
They don't need to do that again.
Flight of the Navigator.
Never saw it.
That was a pretty good one. It was one of those like kids exploring the skies kind of thing. Gets a ship and kind of like, it's like, you know, when you're a kid and you just want to be an explorer kind of thing. And it's owned by Disney. So that would be a really good one. Flight of the Navigator. If you haven't seen it, it's a really great film. If you have kids, you can watch it and sit down. It's very family friendly. And The Explorers. I don't know if you remember that movie. That was like with River Phoenix.
Yeah, I remember.
That would be an awesome movie to return to. That would be really, really cool. What about you guys? What about you, Brian? Any of those?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, those are more like exploration movies, and
yeah,
I don't know. I'd have to come back to that.
It's kind of like when someone mentions like the Goonies, right?
Yeah.
Because like the Goonies is so good, but like to return.
That's my issue. Is like some of these movies I don't need remakes, or I don't need something explored about it. I'm fine with the way it is. Half of these movies that they're remaking, I don't need them, and I won't watch them just because it's never gonna catch that nostalgia again. It's never gonna catch the height that it did, culture wise. That when it did. So
yeah, 100%.
I have to think about that.
Derpy, what about you? Where's Derpy?
Derpy's knocked out.
Do not be falling asleep on us, Derpy. Okay, well, I don't know where Derpy is. He's out in the sewers right now with his backdrop of his Ninja Turtles. He's doing his own thing. We'll jump into the next part, Brian. Are you ready?
Let's go.
All right, so the next part is probably something that we're going to be excited for because it's something that we've grown up with, the Michael Jackson biopic. The trailer dropped this week. What do you think?
See, I've seen so many Michael Jackson biopics.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good,
mm-hmm.
and I might not check. I don't know. It looks good, but I don't know if I'm going to check it out. What about you?
It's iffy, right? Because the last crazy biopic we got of Michael Jackson was Wonderland, or what was it? You remember that one where they kind of like tore apart, or Neverland?
Yeah.
Where they kind of like tore his whole image up, and they try to like, there's always been an attack on him. So like now there's a studio that did the same thing with I think it was like Bon Jovi or something, or Springsteen,
the Springsteen,
Elvis, Queens, and now they're doing Michael Jackson. And I feel like, is it going to be to like glorify him, or are they going to kind of tell the story in the way that people, you know what I mean? Like one's like a very hard one.
That's going to be the tricky part. Like how
do you gravitate?
How in depth are they going to go? Are they going to go all the way? Because from what I understand is that they got the blessing from the family to do this. So I don't know if the family would, let them get
like how far they willing to go.
Allegations and shit. Yeah. So and Michael Jackson is a very complex story, so even from like his childhood, how deep you want to get into that with his father and all that.
Yeah, his father and the abuse and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky. That's one of the movies where I'll probably wait to hear, the reviews and then see if I'll check it out.
Yeah, because the trailer looks phenomenal, dude.
It looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks damn good, man. And I saw it the other day and I was kind of like, holy shit, like Like again, but they did the same thing for the Queen's movie, Bohemian Rhapsody.
But that movie was good.
Yeah, and that movie was pretty solid. But apparently, like, there were some people that are like music historians that were upset because there were things in the timeline that they did incorrect just to make the movie more suspenseful or flavorful.
Okay.
Because I moved some things around, which I mean, that's never like, I mean, it's the same thing with like the Ed Gaines and the Jeffrey Dahmer, and they have to kind of like Hollywoodize it, to make it more enticing, right? Yeah, I kind of feel like it's the same way with the Michael Jackson film. They're probably going to do some stuff that they're going to make some turmoil that probably was never real, and vice versa, right?
I would think so. Yeah. They would have to.
Like we said, it looks good. If you guys are about it, let us know. If you guys want us to go check it out, we'll try our best to go check it out too. So, yeah, nothing too crazy there. What do we got next? Okay, here we go into the next top. How much time do you got, Brian? Are you pretty good on time?
I was just gonna hop in for a topic or two and then head out, but I'll wait till Derpy gets in. I'll hang with you for a little bit.
I don't even know where Derpy is, man. This guy just went right into. Have you seen his backdrop? Can you see his backdrop from your phone?
I'm looking at it. Yeah,
he's the Ninja Turtles back. Hey, there's this dude. Bro, hey, where were you? Were you out in the Ninja Turtle getting a pizza or what?
Pee break.
Yeah, he's out there in the sewers, just peeing all over the place. Derp, can you hear us?
Yeah.
Awesome. Derp, your response on the Michael Jackson biopic? Excited? Not excited?
Thriller. That's all I gotta say.
Thriller. All right, that makes sense. Thriller's good. All right, into a small part of the conversation. This isn't going to be anything too big, but it is interesting for us gamers, right? Zelda has started filming. There is a release right now. I'll show the pic.
Wait, I thought Zelda was already underway. No.
Yeah, it's in the facts right now.
Okay.
Here is kind of like a up close, not too up close, but like a drone shot of the actress playing Zelda, and it looks like it's from the newer games, right? That's like the costume from the new one.
Yeah, it looks more updated. Are you guys interested in the Zelda live action?
Well, I mean, look, me and Derpy were talking about this week because from the Zelda filming, of course, we got the trailer, right, for Super Smash Brothers 2.
Super Mario Bros.
Super Mario Brothers, right?
Yeah. Galaxy.
And that looks really fucking good.
That I'm gonna see.
That looks fucking good. And then knowing me and Derpy were talking about this because I didn't even know Brie Larson is supposed to play Rosalina, right?
A lot of people didn't like that. Yeah,
I'm actually for it. And again, I may not like Brie Larson for how she handled like herself, like bringing a bunch of weird stuff into what she didn't need to. But her as an actress, I love her as an actress. I liked her in the Kong film. I liked her, of course, in Scott Pilgrim. Like, I've enjoyed her performances in other films. Even the Captain Marvel films I've enjoyed. So, like, to know that she's going to be playing a character in Super Mario Brothers, like, dude, I'm so for it. I think she's so cool. So, like, I'm cool. I'm not against it. And the trailer looks awesome, dude.
Yeah.
The trailer looks really freaking awesome.
It's gonna make a lot of money.
And then we saw, it's gonna make a fuckload of money, dude. I'm like, that's $1 billion baby right there.
Yeah,
that's $1 billion baby, man. No cap. No cap.
Wait, hold on. That was a question I wanted to ask before we get any more in depth into the movie. The Michael Jackson movie. Do you think that's gonna make $1 billion? Oh
yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think internationally it's gonna hit because internationally the guy's untouchable.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, you know what I mean, dude. Like it's so ridiculous that like there was a moment in time that the United States hated this man. Like they hated him because they thought, of course, like the worst of him. And people were still crying at his concerts in like Spain.
Out and shit, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they were fucking flipping, bro.
Yeah. So, I didn't want to get sidetracked, but go back to Zelda. My fault.
No, but that's a good point because I was thinking about that too, and I was like, oh, internationally, this film's gonna kill it. I think here it's gonna kill it too because the generation that's below us, the younger generations, weren't really all hyped about all the drama that surrounded Michael Jackson's life. They just knew him as like that time's Justin Bieber. And you know, the younger generation loves all that drama shit when it comes to that stuff. Like who they're dating, what they're doing, like their fashion, their all that stuff, and then the dancing and stuff. So I think it's going to do great. But in the Zelda film, we do get a badass, of course, right now trailer for Super Mario Brothers 2, and it looks phenomenal. I didn't get to see it in theaters, but I saw it at home when it came out on Prime, and I was not ready for how good that movie was. Same. I was not. I saw it like 3 times after that. And I'm not even talking like, let me put it on in the background while I'm building or doing something. I'm talking like I sat down and watched it several times.
Sat down and watched
Super Mario Brothers 1 several times, dude.
Well, Rogue One, you're snoozing.
But Rogue One, I fell asleep a bunch of times. I got to see it though, and you still haven't given me Arcane. You can't bring that up and not talk about Arcane.
Fair enough.
But yeah, dude, and like, of course, I mean, you know, I grew up. My mom, when we were younger, that was like the only video game my mom played. Like when we had our Nintendo, like that was the game she played. Like never did she play any other video game in front of us except for Super Mario Brothers. Yeah. And to me, that was like I don't know, it pinnacled that movie or that video game. It pinnacled that video game in my heart, like for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And knowing that they made it into a film, like just blew my mind. And it was fantastic. So for them to do a part 2, they're gonna make movies of this, bro. Movies. It's gonna keep going on and on and on. But knowing that they're doing what's up?
So let me ask you: do you think this Zelda movie would have been better service as a animation movie as opposed to a live action?
I think it would, but you know what? If they follow the format of this film, the way they did the movie's Legend, this movie kills it. The Tom Cruise movie from back in the day.
No, yeah, I know what movie you're talking about.
If they follow it, because
that's big footsteps to step in that movie.
Yeah, that's a fucking fantastic movie, right?
Iconic movie, yeah.
But that's where they got the inspiration. Either they got it from the game or the game got it from them. But like the giant devil character, that's Ganon when he turns into the bull. Mm-hmm. Tom Cruise's character being the elf that protects the girl who's the princess. That is literally Zelda, the game. And if they follow it in that format and make it that beautiful, like this movie's going to make a lot of money. And it's going to be the one thing that caters into this idea that you can do. Because then the thing is like the buildup, you know, Derpy brought this up middle of the week. The buildup is, do they do a Super Smash film? Because
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wouldn't it be better service as an animation so we can get to that?
I think they're going to have to do, and you can say maybe it'd be weird, but like when they travel worlds in Zelda, because that's the thing, it deals with different timelines.
Okay. I see where you're going.
Maybe they do like the Multiverse of Madness, where one of the worlds is like a water painting kind of version of them, or like a Paper Mario kind of vibe, or something like a badass art frame that kind of makes them animated to be able to be put in an animated series.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying, right?
I get what you're saying.
And that's not too bad. That's not too far-fetched. You have that Zelda game that has the 4 links that can kind of like be drawings on the wall, and then they can move on the wall for puzzles and stuff. Mm-hmm. They turn into like art on the wall. So it's not out of concept. And then you look at, you know, the different animated styles of each Zelda game. And you can be like, okay, cool. Like there's just a bunch of different artistic expressions for this film. And live action is a great idea. I think a lot of people have been waiting for it. I think the Legend and maybe like a Lord of the Rings-ish vibe can fucking make this work, dude. Like,
so damn. Hold on. Derpy, are you there?
Yeah, Derp's here. Derpy.
Maybe.
I have a question for you, brother. Do you play the Legend of Zelda games or the Zelda games, or are you familiar with them?
The only Zelda game I played was Ocarina of Time, dude.
That's the G right there. That is, yeah, you're not lying. That is the one.
Okay, so my question, after, you know, the first, you know, shots have been, you know, publicized or whatever, are you excited for the live action Zelda game, or would you rather them go the animation route?
Here's the thing. When I saw these shots, I feel, as a fan from like the Ocarina of Time, I feel like most OG Zelda fans are probably going to be not okay with the costumes that might turn them off from watching the film. But if they were smart, they should have done it the route with the animation than the live action stuff.
That's a good point.
Yeah, I think
that answers your question.
No, it definitely does. I think, and I'm going to agree with you because I think they're missing an opportunity here because the Mario Brothers made a shitload of money,
Right.
And I think that if they, continued with expanding this universe and ended with like a Super Smash Brothers, they would be printing money.
They would be, oh my god, dude, they would be making a jazz dude money. Yeah. Can you imagine like a Kirby movie and Icarus, like video game Icarus, Donkey Kong? Well, they have Donkey Kong in the first. They did such a good job.
Metroid,
dude. Fuck, kidding me, man.
That could have been like their Marvel universe. And
yeah. This is a great opportunity for this whole studio to make, just like you said, this is like this is it for him. Like this is the man. That's so crazy. And that is wild to even think about, man. Yeah.
Universal could have cashed that in. That was like.
And then what's crazy is it has its connections to, you know what? I'll throw this out there because it has its connections to Wreck-It Ralph because of Street Fighter. Okay. Right? Because Wreck-It Ralph, Ryu and Zangief and all those guys came out in it, right? And then they're also in Ready Player One. And then the concept is too, in the new Smash Brothers, Ryu and Ken and Terry Bogard are all downloadable characters, and they're all connected to Final Fantasy, which Final Fantasy is connected to Disney because of Kingdom Hearts. Like this has the potential to be like even Sonic for Sega. Like then that links Jim Carrey to everything.
Yeah,
dude.
It sounds great, and I would be there for it, but that would be just.
It's ridiculous. That's like way too much. Yeah,
not only that, but it's just too many hands involved. They're like, if Universal owned the property to all of these franchises and characters, that'd be one thing. But they're gonna like Capcom would have to get involved.
Yeah, Nintendo don't play nice with nobody, dude.
Nobody. Yeah.
Nobody. Metal Gear Solid, Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
So it would be nice. I mean, the concept is there. The original Smash Brothers would be really cool. Like, of course, it just has potential. Then we have, of course, Little Mac that's now in the new Smash Brothers. They can make the boxing version of like Wreck-It Ralph with the Super Punch Out dudes. Like, there's so much potential for this IP to be something big. So, knowing that we're this far, we're getting a live action Zelda, which again, if they stick to the Legend film, I think it easily is like a high million, close to $1 billion also.
So that was going to be my next question. So let's get down to brass tacks.
Let's talk the money, right?
Is this going to make money or not?
I think so. But it has to work, dude. There was a lot of turmoil that this film took in the very beginning because of the actress that they wanted for Zelda. A lot of people were pushing for a transgender actress. So you might have some pushback from the newer generation of like the LGBTQ community.
I'm not sure how true that was. I think that might have been a situation where they were throwing it out there to see.
Yeah, I agree. Like just to create some smoke, right?
Yeah, just to see if it was something that people would be interested in. And with the backlash, I think, I think
it just quieted out, right?
I think it was like the next week they changed it.
Yeah. I agree. I don't think that's enough to really do anything damage wise. I would say that people might, when it starts to come out and people are assuming it's going to make a lot of money, people could try to like sabotage it in a way with it, but I don't think it's enough to really hurt it.
Is this going to be a movie that you're going to see first weekend, or you're going to wait to see how people feel about it? Well, you're going to pirate it. Derpy, are you going to see this movie first weekend?
I'm going to go see it, man.
What?
I'm 100% going to go see Zelda when they make it.
Yeah.
There's so many movies next year coming out. I don't know.
A lot. Yeah, you're right.
You need to get out of that sewer, bro. You need more sunlight. You need more sunlight.
I want more pizza. That's what I'm.
Want more pizza, man.
Yeah, more pizza. Derpy's right though. There's gonna be a lot of movies coming out next year. Like I wonder how it's gonna fare in between. All these movies that are coming out.
Yeah, 100%. What is it? Doomsday. Marvel Doomsday comes out next year.
Yep.
So like everybody has to bring their A game 2026 films.
Yeah.
Everybody. Like if they're not, it's gonna be super hard for these studios to stay up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
true.
So, guys, stay on the up and up. Zelda live action coming out soon, hopefully by next year. Onwards to the next part of the conversation. Boys, we are days away. If I'm not mistaken, Derpy said like 12 days away. Stranger Things season 5, sorry. Sorry, I was a little bit off. Season 2, but season 5.
It is not season 2, brother.
Yeah. Sorry. I was still
they're adults now, dude. Come on now.
I was still stuck on the Egos. I'm sorry, guys.
One's a mother now. One's a freaking mother now.
Guys, we have Stranger Things season 5, the season finale coming up literally within a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Are you guys excited? Is this something you guys are going to watch? We are all going to watch this.
Yeah.
We are 100% going to watch this shit together.
I can't stress enough how excited I am.
This is going to be the first time we get an opportunity to do like a real, like a response video, right?
Live action. Yeah, like
a reaction. Yeah, we're still trying to figure it out, guys. Give us time. We're going to understand this. I'm just going to watch a couple videos and then I'm going to know how to do it. But we'll probably end up getting on some type of program. I don't think we could do it like that here because we'd have to do it through like a Patreon or something, right? But like being able to like put the video and watch it as a group. We do have a page that we do already. Derpy knows how to set that up. But we will be doing live reactions here on the page. And me, Brian, and Derp. You know, it's going to be super freaking exciting. I can't wait. Guys, did you know that Stranger Things Netflix has released some trailers and extra extended films of the series so far?
Mm-hmm.
Have you guys checked them out?
I have not, no.
No? Derp?
What?
Did you get to check out the extended trailers for Stranger Things Season 5?
Yes.
What did you think?
Best season of all time already.
Oh my goodness, we haven't even seen it.
You're glazing. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Stranger Thing hasn't let us down yet. So, but I'm not gonna say it's the best season so far because season fucking 4 was amazing, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be pretty hard to top. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard, but you know, I have a lot of faith. A lot of the Dungeons and Dragons references are starting to like show themselves a lot more as to what roles the characters are coming into. So in the 2 trailers that we have, we see a interaction between Vecna and the young kid. What's his name?
Will.
Not my Will. Yeah, when Will was surviving in the Upside Down, we see a strong interaction. Did you get to see that trailer?
Yeah, I saw the trailer. Yeah,
and I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but it does show how Vecna does interact with Will while he's in the Upside Down for so long because he was gone for like 3 weeks or 3 months or something like that.
He was gone for a while, and
he was gone for a long while.
A lot of crazy rumors going around about about that.
But yeah, he does get to Will eventually and does do something for him or with him that kind of makes it very interesting as to how you look at the series, how it all played out. Because then you look at like season 2, season 3, and how it all kind of played factors into how they interacted with each other and what they're able and capable of doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go back and you look at the Dungeons and Dragons as a series, well, as a board game or whatnot, and you look at the different categories of what characters can do, and then you figure out what his character is, and you kind of get an idea of what they're kind of going to do or what they're doing it all about. It's really, really cool. Really, really cool.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for this last season. I really kind of wish they didn't break it up like they did last season, but yeah, I'll be here for it.
Like, are you talking about like them just release the whole thing?
Yeah, just release the whole thing so that we can just get out our systems. I'm not really a big fan of spacing it out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good point. But a week, I can wait a week. We've waited a whole year, dude.
That's true.
Yeah, I can wait a whole week if it's as good as I think I feel like it's gonna be. I can definitely wait the extra week to see the last 2. That's like building excitement.
I'm really interested to see how I'm gonna feel about them being so like
older,
grown up.
Just
so older. Like, I'm really interested to see how I'm gonna feel about that.
There is a new trailer with 11, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where she's doing some like action stuff. And she even has moments where she does like the superhero landing and like all of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I myself don't know how I feel about this, where like they've taken her powers and turned her like almost into like a superhero character.
Well, I think that was the whole
build up, right?
Build up of last season is like, yeah, she's basically a superhero now at this point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but like it's so crazy because like in the trailer, it almost feels like looking at Wanda in the Marvel universe. Like it's not as stressful on her. Like where, the idea is like we like, the difference between like what's that movie Split?
Okay.
Where the character has all of this like there's a lot of physical push for him to use his powers and whatnot. And you see like the emotional stress it takes on him. Like that's like when she's using her power and she's screaming and she gets a bloody nose and her eyes get bloodshot. Like I always feel the intensity of those kind of scenes are what make her powers so unique in this whole like superhero genre, that there's like a punishment or a torment for her to have these powers, and it kind of correlates with her character and her storytelling very well. In the trailer that they have, she's like just fucking doing things, dude. And I'm kind of like, oh well, she's becoming more alchemated to the powers really well. She's becoming more masterful of it. But it kind of makes you wonder if Vecna's going to be like super powerful now. Like if she's that powerful, like there's going to be a struggle. There has to be.
Yeah.
So like I wonder like what they're going to do with his powers. Like if it's going to be like, I'm expecting like over the top shit with the way they're making her move and do stuff. I'm excited. I'm really.
I think the interesting part is the dynamic with having Will involved in this, because like I think Vecna is gonna be OP, of course, but being what they're showing about 11, she's gonna be super OP. So there's gonna have to be like a caveat or something extra that Vecna has up his sleeve that makes it a little bit difficult. So yeah, it seems interesting.
That's a really, really good point. I didn't even think about that. Like you need like the unbalancing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because again, if these two characters are coming in and they're like super OP, the King Kong and Godzilla of this universe, they're just beating each other up and no winner.
Yeah.
There needs to be a third person. Good call, dude. Yeah, I didn't even anticipate that.
Because 11 is OP, dude. Especially how the season left off, dude. She's gonna fuck Vecna up like one.
Yeah. So I mean, she already fucked him up as an 11-year-old.
Yes, I'm saying, and now she's older. And what was it? What was it? The school dance, like the school dance room or whatever. When they fought, like she was giving it to him, but Vecna was holding his own.
Even in the part when they were like in the past and she like shoves his ass through the wall when she was a kid.
Yeah.
Like she straight whooped his ass like without any skills, like without it being like honed in. Like, you know what I mean? Like that was when she was like a child. So,
yeah, absolutely.
That's crazy.
Derp, hold on. Derp, wait, are you anticipating anything in this season, or we look
Stranger Things 5?
Death.
Guess what is that?
Death.
So, wait, yeah. So that was gonna be one of my questions. Is who's gonna survive? Is anybody gonna die?
I heard a rumor that I don't even know if I should say it or not.
I think 11 might not be making it out, dude.
That's what I heard, is that she might sacrifice herself.
Yeah, I don't think 11 makes it out this season, dude.
I agree. I could agree with that. You don't need people with those kind of powers in the world. Like it needs to be like even playing field across the. You know what I mean? It's too much. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't know if she makes it out. To be honest, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think she makes it out. That would be a good storytelling.
Yeah, that would be really good. Talking trash with the Steelers gang says, "What's up, Derpy? Love you, bro." Says,
love you too, man.
They're taking forever for season 5. Yeah, I mean, but then again, it's like they don't disappoint though. I would give these guys the opportunity to take their time if they're going to give us a season that's just Eddie Munson on top of a bus playing Metallica. You know what I mean? If they gave us an entire season of that kind of shit, I'm for it, dude. Anyone watching Daryl Dixon? I haven't seen it in a bit, and I was hoping they reunited with the Walking Dead series. I don't know, like ever since like for me in the Walking Dead series, the Carl character, ever since he had to walk away from the series for school, and then they just killed it off. I know that that's kind of an inconvenience for the series, but I wasn't a big fan after that. I kind of lost interest. What about you guys? Did you guys used to watch Walking Dead?
Hell yeah, Carl turned to a badass, dude.
Oh yeah, you remember that, right?
I don't remember him walking away. I
stopped after the farm.
I remember him always being there. He turned into a badass. I stopped watching it when Negan kind of turned babyface. I wasn't a big fan of that.
No, but okay, so what I meant by that is Carl's actor decided to go to college instead of stay working on the show.
Oh, well, he died.
In the comic books, he's not dead.
Oh.
Well, in the comic books, he survives. There was even like a theory that the whole story of The Walking Dead was old man Carl telling the story to like the new generation of kids in his new world of his father, who was like this amazing superhero zombie killer guy. Which is why Rick Grimes can do like anything with a machete or a hatchet or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was the whole reason why it kind of went that way. But they ended up killing him off, so that theory's already out the window or whatnot.
Yeah, but, I kind of lost when they had what was Glenn's wife? Maggie. Yeah, when they had Maggie trying to forgive Negan.
Like, dude, I hated that so bad.
Like, because there's no shot. There's no way in real life.
No fucking cap. That chick's just cool with him.
Yeah, there's no.
Bro, I wouldn't even say they like messed around.
In like the comics or
in the series, in the new series.
Oh yeah, hell no. See,
I want to say like there was like a scene where like they shower together.
Yikes.
And I was just like, bro, I'm done, dude. I'm done.
Yeah,
I mean, shout out to what's his face, the guy that
Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah, shout out to that dude. He's a fucking G, dude. Conquest himself, dude.
He saved that show, by the way.
Yeah, 100%. But I haven't seen the Daryl Dixon. I know he goes to like Europe or somewhere and kind of does his own thing, and it's cool that they expand the universe, but I kind of feel like they need to consolidate the series already. They can't just keep dragging it on though. Gang says, yeah, they had to change the storyline after Carl because the whole show was about Rick keeping him safe. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, but you got to tell us how it goes, gang. I haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah,
but onwards to the next conversation. We still have you a little bit longer?
Yeah, I got one more topic.
Okay, so the next 3 topics, of course, I'll throw them out there so that you at least know. Were the last 2 was James Gunn confirms Brainiac for Man of Tomorrow, which is we saw that coming a long mile away. DC MCU talks the Fantastic Four Doom connection, which is that apparently Doom, the one that's kind of out there doing his thing, is looking for Franklin Richards, who apparently had a baby with Sue Storm, showing that Reed and Sue weren't together or cheated on him and they had a baby. I don't like that because of Wanda. That's literally just Wanda all over again. Like them going out there into the multiverse to look for a child. Like that's just multiverse of madness. But
I think we could tackle that topic because I'm not going to take too long. I think whatever reasoning we get for why Doom is doing what he's doing, I think it's just going to be, surface level, and it's going to be just a fake out as to why he's doing what he's doing. I really think that he's trying to save his universe, and that's what it all comes down to. He wants to be God Emperor Doom.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, that's good. I'm not a big fan when I heard that as a theory or as whatever it is. I hope they don't go with that because to me it's kind of weird.
I think he's gonna give the 616 heroes a reasoning why he needs them or why the incursions are happening, but it's not going to be the real reason why he's doing what he's doing.
Like he's gonna play him?
Yeah.
He's gonna play him out. It's a good point.
He's gonna play everybody out.
He's gonna play him out. Yeah, I'm still kind of up in the dark about what's going on. I haven't really seen anything other than that theory because Ag something. There's a studio that works for the Russo brothers that they do a lot of their work in. That's the Russo brothers studio. They're the ones that did the black and white photo that were like, oh, look up close and you'll find something or whatever.
The trailer's coming soon, by the way.
Yeah, it's got to be like by next month. Fire and Ash or whatever. The Avatar movie is supposed to have it connected to it.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Yeah, that studio released a trailer or a TikTok a couple of days ago, and they were, doing a song and dance, and in the background you could see mannequins of Doctor Doom, Sue Storm, and Franklin Richards all standing together, and it's like them together like a little family, kind of like the way they set it up.
I've seen so many rumors and speculations about what happened. Honestly, if I put on my tinfoil hat, I really think that the Russo brothers and Marvel are just throwing out just
as much as they can,
just to get people confused about what's happening. I don't know. I don't know if we know at all what the fuck is about to happen.
I was just telling Derpy the other day that I heard that they apparently have 30 different variations.
30.
Of the trailer that's coming out.
Yeah,
that's ridiculous, dude. But that's the way to get people off the scent, man. It's the way to keep them guessing. So, last part of the conversation, Brian, if we have you for a little bit longer. Alan Rickson is in talks for a DC role with a messier theme. Me and Derpy were talking about this, and this is going to be where Derpy comes in a little bit. But this is the guy that played Reacher.
Oh, the big buff,
the big white guy, yeah.
Okay.
Apparently, he's in talks, but not for Batman.
He needs to be Batman.
That would be so good, though.
That's it. He needs to be Batman, and that's it. Like, that's final.
But apparently, he's already been denied Batman. Like, he's kind of up and said it in certain interviews and stuff that they kind of did not go with him for Batman because he's pretty obviously, if he walks into a room and he's like 6'11", like 300 pounds, and then you see Batman being the same size, you're gonna be like, oh yeah. That's the same fucking dude. Yeah, it's the same fucking dude. You already look at that guy and he's a fucking specimen, dude.
Yeah, but who else is he gonna be? This guy's fucking jacked. Who else is he gonna be?
I don't know. And that's kind of like the question is like, who do you think? He's kind of saying that he's gonna play a messier character. So that means the person is either going to be like an anti-hero. They're going to be a person who messes with something that's destructive that can like make things like Clayface or something like that. I doubt Clayface does. They already have another guy. Or someone that's like just like a Daredevil, gritty kind of Punisher character.
I don't know. I don't like it. I think he should be Batman and just call it a day.
Just call it then?
Yeah, honestly. I can't
you're not wrong.
I can't visually see him being anybody else.
So there's a couple of characters that I've thought that he could do. One of them, of course, is Wildcat. So Wildcat, I'll show you a picture. I don't know if you're available to see it.
I don't even know who that is.
Well, the thing is in James Gunn's universe, he's this dude. So I don't know. Are you able to see these?
I can see it, yeah.
So Wildcat is their version of Daredevil almost. He's a boxer who turned into a superhero and goes around and beats the shit out of people.
Got it.
I mean, you look at this dude, like, I mean, I could see it, like, just physically, right?
But who the fuck wants to see Wildcat?
But who wants to see that shit, right? I a million times agree. And not only that, the reason why I bring it up is because Wildcat is in the background of the poster of MetaHumans DC. In the one that's in the Legion of Doom or whatever. This one. He's right here.
Okay.
So, I mean, I understand that the character's already somewhat there. So it kind of gives you reference to be like, oh, okay, well, I guess like he's there enough. The other person I think that he could be, I think two options. One would be Captain Atom. Right? Let me see. Captain Atom. Yeah, this guy. I think he could play this character pretty well. Yeah, look, there's already. And this character has like an atomic explosion inside of his suit. So he can use that. He's like an energy manipulator. But if his suit tears, he becomes unstable and then explodes. In that crossover, the Flashpoint Paradox.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the cartoon?
Yeah.
He's the guy that's in the atomic bomb in Atlantis.
Okay, Chris, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let's say your theory is correct,
Mm-hmm.
and they go with this character.
Mm-hmm.
Do you really think this is what they need to succeed?
No, but then again, for them to do like a Justice League Unlimited, which I think James Gunn is going for, this is like Superman Timu version. So he does play his role well for what they need him for in stories, and he fills spots like for that like necessary of a Superman role. But he's usually like a one-hit quitter. Sometimes he goes and tries to fight Superman, and Superman punches him and tears his suit, and then he just explodes, and someone has to like absorb his energy so that he doesn't wipe out the whole city or whatever. If that makes sense, right?
Superman's the man. That's fine.
But he's just like, yeah, it's just another version of Superman that's more chaotic.
Okay.
So he could play like an Injustice version of Superman almost. I would have to. What's up?
I said I dig it. I dig it.
Yeah,
I honestly think they should just stick to the basics here. I think again, and I keep saying it. I think James Gunn has a layup here. He just needs to stick to the basics, get the Trinity established, and go from there. There's gonna be time. There's gonna be time for Atomic dickhead.
Like I would like for them to do. Apparently, Zack Snyder's pushing for a absolute Batman, which I don't even understand why these people are pushing for that shit. Yeah, they don't need that shit. It's already confusing already. 28,000 fucking Batman or whatever.
But isn't DC in the absolute run right now?
You see, that's what I don't know. No, because Superman's regular.
I think they're in the absolute run right now.
In the comic book series, yes.
Yeah. In the comics, yeah.
Yeah, in the comic books they're running it, but like it's super brand new. Like we don't even know where it's supposed to lead up until we got DCKO that's coming out. And that's where it's kind of like playing to. And then they'll do some kind of crisis, right? Because that's the way they kind of do it. But like it's such a weird, like edgy, the Ultimates version of the DC universe. Like it's a world where Darkseid made all the heroes have like they came from nothing.
Okay,
and the superheroes.
Hold on, guys. We're doing a lot of talking. There's actually a DC fan here. Like,
yeah.
Ask him how he feels about it.
Derpy, are you there? Let's see where Derpy's at. Derpy, can you hear me?
Derpy be checking.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Derpy just goes off on his wild adventures, dude. And it's early too. Well, it's kind of like 10:30. It's like past his bedtime. I already know this guy. Yeah. But the concept is there. We all know what's up. Like, Alan Ritchson is a great runner-up for like the continuation of like the Matt Damon, like Batman, like the bulky, the older one.
Me and Ben Affleck, but yeah.
Yeah, I think if they go that generation or that way, that would be pretty good. I just don't really feel like, again, you've said this a million times, like James Gunn just does so much shit that's like way out of pocket.
Yeah.
Way out of pocket. I mean, we saw it with the Superman film. Yeah, it was good, but it wasn't like something that we think was going to hit it really hard for it being like.
Unless you're asking Derpy, then it's the best movie ever.
Oh, Derpy loves it. I understand. I get it.
I
like Starship Troopers. So yeah, I can't complain. I like Starship Troopers.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that's about it. I mean, I don't really have anything much other than that. I didn't want to carry the show on for too long. Nothing too crazy. Of course, the only other thing that I got for this was the James Gunn confirms Brainiac as a villain for Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
We do understand that Man of Tomorrow is the next Superman film based on, of course, like the Superman storytelling. Man of Tomorrow is a good story. And Brainiac, we all assumed that Brainiac was going to be that weird background villain that the Justice Gang was fighting in that one part of the movie.
But weren't people saying that after the reports came out that there was going to be another Superman and one that Superman and Lex were going to team up, I think people automatically said it was going to be Brainiac and it was like debunked, but now all of a sudden it's confirmed that it's Brainiac.
I could probably see where James Gunn's going to do this thing where it's going to be like a screw over, right? because there is a comic book where Superman and Lex Luthor come together to team up, and it's not like a Lex Luthor from another universe. There is this part where Lex and Superman, he becomes like president, so he has to play nice, Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And then from him being president, he then wants to be the Superman of Metropolis. So Superman has to kind of like allow him to be a superhero. And it's where he builds his costume and he goes out there and it has like, it's blue and it has the Superman S, but it's literally just his green costume painted over. So like through him battling like aliens and villains and all this stuff, and Superman still kind of out beating him and shining him, like the paint is chipping off of the costume, and then by the end it's just the purple and green, and he's like, well, fuck you, I use kryptonite to power my suit, and you know what I mean, he just turns into an asshole or whatever.
Is there a path where Lex Luthor after the first movie has a redeemable quality about him?
No, but
or is that even a point?
Yeah, because it's like, it's the way James Gunn wrote it. You can't have a dude that's going to be president after he tries to conquer a whole ass fucking like conquer a whole ass fucking what is it, like a state or country?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Hunter Iggy says, did you see the Zack Snyder bros believe everything that cosmic book news? Oh, probably, but I mean, I wouldn't be too much about it. I wouldn't think too much about it. There's a lot of people that still want the Snyderverse to kind of be successful, but there's no return. There's no return to it.
Yeah, it's over.
And that's because, if I'm not mistaken, they just did an interview. What's crazy is the Russo brothers are interviewing Zack Snyder.
Wait, what?
Yeah. No fucking, no cap, dude. There's a really crazy video. Russos.
They did it already?
Yeah. Interview Snyder.
I did not hear that.
Yeah, Agabo, Empire. The Russo brothers interview Zack Snyder about Justice League in Pizza Film School episode.
No way.
Yeah, 100%. Look.
This AI.
It's not AI, dude. It's AI. Everything's AI. It's 100%. They already did the interview.
Wow. That's tough.
Yeah, because this guy, this guy comes out and does some cool videos, and he did like a. Here, I'll.
Did you watch it?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
And so, hold on, I'm just trying to grasp it. So they interviewed him and talked about what exactly?
So there's a part like this part, right? So
here we're going, and so you knew that you had the connective tissue. We always had our eye on the Justice League kind of concept, as we were working.
Which makes sense. We knew that.
So,
he's talking about the apocalyptic world and all this stuff
for Justice League that we just kind of generated while we were writing Batman vs Superman. Just kind of like
it all came from Batman vs Superman.
We wanted to be sure we were recording this long look with what we were writing.
So, like, in the concept of what he's.
But wait, hold on, Chris. Mm-hmm. Why is Zack Snyder doing this?
He needs to. Right now, he's not in the position where he has any tangibility to be talking about fixing the Snyderverse or being part of it. But he knows that it makes him relevant. I mean, the only other thing he has is Rebel Moon.
So while the DC universe is
for sale,
is not for sale, but while they're getting their shit together and revamping, he decides to sit down with the Russo brothers.
The Russo brothers, dude, that's dirty.
Talk about his universe.
Mm-hmm.
That's not wild to you?
That's 100% wild. That's why I'm like, I even brought it up because I'm excited to watch this shit. I'm gonna sit down and watch the whole goddamn interview.
I'm gonna watch that before I go to bed. That is
that's the same thing I'm doing right after this shit. I'm gonna watch it. But it's like, it's interesting because like, there's still like that concept of people still talking about, like we mentioned earlier, like Hunter Iggy in the comment section asks like there's people that still believe in the Snyderverse as a system or something that's going to come back. And the only way it comes back is if they do a crisis, because you're going to need spots to fill for a bigger universe. And literally,
that's the reason why Zack Snyder is doing this.
No. Zack Snyder's doing it because he knows that Warner Brothers is up for sale and there's opportunity. He has a lot of rich friends that can go and buy that shit. And he needs to make those people feel like there's money to make. Like, that's 100% what I think. Like, he's out there putting all this stuff out there because he's like, well, if I can get this guy to buy Warner Brothers, I can jump back in the driver's seat. We can push Zaslav and Gunn out, and then I can go back in and I can get them to make me do it, since there's so many people still asking for it.
And as far as the Russos go, that's like 4D chess right there.
Yeah, they're fucking just making waves, dude. They're just making waves, dude. They're just making fucking waves. Again, this goes back to the old school average boys theory that Marvel's out for DC. Like they want to conquer it and buy it. Why the Russo brothers are talking about it? Who the fuck knows why? But you know what? Like, this is so great of them to do, because they can literally bring a lot of attentions to themselves. Of course, as being like some top directors in the cinema world for superhero films, right? And for people to acknowledge this and give it an attention again. Like, it's,
oh my God,
it's smart, because James Gunn ain't doing this. But the reason why a lot of people are talking about this is because a lot of people thought that James Gunn released Brainiac as the villain to counter this.
Ooh.
Do you know what I mean? And that's such an interesting take on it. Like, you know, I mean, and we talked about this week, man. You and I went back and forth so many times about how I told you James Gunn needed to give information about Superman a long time ago. Mm-hmm. And he never did, remember? Sat on it the whole time. Missed Comic Cons, missed all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I was super against it. I was like, he needs it. And then when the movie came, there's a lot of weird advertisements, a lot of shit going on. And then he had like behind the scenes, all the shit I was talking about. But it's because I think the backlash of all the leaks of like the monkeys on computers and the Incredibles or Invincible theory, where he was going to have a parents who were, you know, bad people and wanted to conquer and all this other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think he needed to battle that. So again, like, most of those things came out true, but they weren't as big, but the movie looked cut and chopped, right? But like, again, here we are. This thing pops off. Snyder's been releasing nothing but photography from the Snyderverse. People have all been sucking it off like crazy. And now he does a full-on interview with the guys that are their fucking rivals, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and they're just sitting down, having pizza, talking about this shit open without not even in a fucking like a news format, just a podcast, to sit down and whatever talk. So like, literally they can say whatever the fuck they want and not get in trouble. Like, oh man, that's so crazy. So like, what does James Gunn do?
And I'm shocked that I haven't seen any mention
coverage of this
timeline. That's crazy. When did that come out?
Well, this guy covered it 1 day ago. But if we go back, let me see if I can go back to the interview.
I'm looking it up right
now. We have a part 1 for it. Let me see. Well, the part 1 came out 2 years ago.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
This came out 2 years ago. Okay, that makes more sense.
So maybe this is from that one?
Yeah, no, this came out 2 years ago. This makes more sense. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
I thought this came out recently. I was like, oh shit.
Okay. Wow, but that's fucking crazy. I literally thought this came out for them to cover it like that, or for it to make its tabs, right?
Chris, if this came out like last week, we would have heard about it. Like, it'd have been everywhere.
Straight. Yeah, but the thing is this guy, I've seen his stuff. This guy is the Variant Comics, the guy who does the podcasting, Variant Comics. Yeah, he made the video, which again, he's pretty well known. So for him to post it up, it come a day ago, it's kind of making its rounds. Yeah, that's interesting, dude.
That is. Listen, Chris, I'm gonna hop off, dude. I need to get some sleep. I'm tired. I appreciate you having me on. I
appreciate you, brother.
Appreciate having more time, but listen, it's 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks for the
Stranger watch party.
Yeah.
2 weeks for the watch party, baby.
All right, I will be
Stranger Things.
You and Derpy wrap it up. Have a good evening.
I don't even know where Derpy is, man. This dude's crashed out.
Yeah, I'm about to say you might be on your own.
He's already enjoying his night off.
But yeah, Chris, I'm gonna hit you up, okay?
Thank you, brother. You be good. Be safe out there, okay?
All right, peace.
Later. I don't know where Derpy is, guys. I think this dude might be asleep. Derp. Well, I'm gonna let him get his Z's, so let me let him log off. Thank you, Derpy, for being here. I'll see you next time. guys, I appreciate every one of you. To our extraordinary listeners, I appreciate you guys for coming on and being with us. If there's anything you guys want to talk about, here we go. What's up, Iggy? So Hunter Iggy says, ChrisP, what is your thoughts on the DCU studios are looking for in her 20s actress or actor for a major role? If it's anything close to being what I think it could be, it's one or two parts. Of course, we got, I think someone mentioned it, or it might have been you, bro, or maybe it was it Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman is probably going to be the most important character, but again, I think they talked about Themyscira or the Amazonians, or they called it something else that they were talking about in the timeline. I just forgot what it was. But we have been discussing that for a long time, that Zack Snyder or James Gunn needs to be attacking a really strong base of the Trinity for the DC universe to work. Like, it needs to be done. So if DC is going to be looking for there's something, I think it could be Wonder Woman. And if it's not Wonder Woman, I'm just going to shoot this out into the abyss, dude. Just like a nice little fadeaway shot. Like Power Girl. Because, of course, we have the girl that's playing Supergirl. And then we get a Power Girl who, of course, is like this character that's got a long fan base, too. So Wonder Woman, anybody in the Wonder Woman world, because, of course, you got Artemis. You got a lot of characters, too, that need to be filled in that role also. But 20s, though, that's crazy. I know that they were looking at the girl from Percy Jackson, the original one, who's awesome, dude. She would be a badass Wonder Woman. If not, of course, you have like Zatanna. We already have a hot girl. Would you introduce Power Girl in the Mouse War? How would you? Again, you already have, and it's weird because I mean, maybe you can kind of like help me out with this because it kind of confused me when I would talk to Derpy about it too. It kind of confuses him also because it's hard to explain. The character of the clone of Superman in the film, we would assume that it would be Bizarro because it's a clone made by Lex Luthor, but when we make the clone, he's disfigured. And he speaks backwards, which is his like whole thing. Like he speaks like in backwards riddles, like he's reversed. And this character didn't speak much and did talk a little bit or whatnot, but he never spoke backwards. And then his name is Ultraman, which is the Superman from another world, born there, created there from that world completely. And if I'm not mistaken, even in the cartoon, it explains that the organs are in different placements or whatnot, so it separates it, right? He's Ultraman, which then the clone gets sent into like a black hole and then leaves the universe. So theory, right? I'm just shooting this in the dark, which I don't want it to be true, but James Gunn has a tendency to do stupid shit. James Gunn's clone that is created by Lex Luthor, that is dumb and just a strong dude, gets sent to an alternate dimension and then creates the crime syndicate. And then we have Earth 2 or whatever it's called with the crime syndicate, which will be used, of course, later in a colliding of two Earths or whatever. And we'll have the villain Superman with his Justice Gang, which is a crime syndicate. And then we'll have our Superman with the Justice League or the Justice Society. And then a big fight off, right? Fuck them. But I don't like that concept of knowing that Superman came from our universe and wasn't just a constant throughout the universes. That's the difference between the DC universe and the Marvel universe, is there is a strong consistency of there needing to be a Superman, a Batman, a Wonder Woman, and then a Justice League set up in those universes, which is like kind of like what Marvel's doing with the crazy shit of the multiverse stuff. But how would you introduce? You could do it to where like Lex still, he made a DNA and he got the DNA from the Fortress of Solitude in some way. Found out that Clark had a female companion or something and thought it was like his wife or girlfriend. And then Superman could be like, no, that's my cousin or whatever. And then be like, oh, well, it's even weirder because, you know, again, Power Girl was like this, like a icon, I would say, like a sexual icon in the DC universe. A lot of dudes like just thought she was gorgeous and beautiful and all this stuff, which is what she was created for in the comic books. But she does play some really important roles in the series and the Crisis and stuff like that too. And then you have another super being that's as strong as Superman. It would be interesting if they had it appear at the ending of like the next Supergirl film. Like Lex creates an evil version of her, but then that's super overdone because they did it in the first Superman film. Ugh. But then you have her turn into a superhero, which would be good. Does Mr. Terrific create a door from the T-spheres? Oh, man. That's interesting. But he would need to, maybe, because he does have theory and concepts of what Lex Luthor created, but knowing, no, yeah, 100%. You got to remember that Mr. Terrific is the Reed Richards of the DC universe, and he literally creates a group like the Fantastic Four that dwells and deals with the multiverse. Like, he's the dude. If there's a multiverse, like, he's the guy that they send in. He's like the smartest dude on the planet. So yeah, I could see that he could be the one that creates the doors for the multiverse, just like Reed Richard does with the multiverse thing too. So they should, you know what? And everyone's talking about Sydney Sweeney to do Power Girl. They would ask Sydney Sweeney to come as Power Girl from a different world with the T-Spears. Oh, that would be cool. Yeah, I can see that. The thing is like, for the multiverse to be successful, they got to not use a lot of like in between travel until later. You get the Justice League Unlimited, and that's when I think it's important. Or you create the Crisis, because the Crisis deals with the multiverse and all the different Justice Leagues coming together to work together. In the very first Crisis in DC's, it literally was just based on the timeline of the regular Justice League universe, whatever it is, Prime or whatever it is. And then it changes to where it's like multiversal. And right now they're dealing with like a huge one called the DCKO. And they just brought in like the Mortal Kombat world. So like Homelander is going to fight Superman. Like Homelander from The Boys is going to be fighting Superman. It's going to be fucking wild, dude. I'll even show you a picture. I was blown away by this. DCKO. Oh, it's so crazy, dude. I'm super stupid excited about this for no good reason. Let me put this up here real quick so you guys can see it. Boom. So there he is right here in the background. You can see him. Of course, that's Vampirella, Sub-Zero, Red Sonja, I'm guessing, or Sonya or something. And there's Isabel, the fucking horror chick, Isabel, the little doll. And they're all coming in to fight in the universe. Oh, dude, well, Omni-Man is he in Mortal Kombat? Is he? Holy shit. I mean, they could. Omni-Man DC. No. MK. Yeah, I mean, Omni-Man is in Mortal Kombat. And that's the whole thing, but I don't know how far this relates to because what's this, dude? Oh yeah, they might get like a power scaling. That makes sense. Yeah, because fucking Superman will wreck his fucking ass. Like, it's such a heartbeat. I mean, fucking Superman fought fucking Dr. Manhattan, guys. Fought Dr. Manhattan, for crap's sakes. But yeah, this is very interesting, of course, and that makes a really good point. Omni-Man would be another interesting character to see come in. But maybe it's, Invincible. Maybe it's not even Omni-Man. But Omni-Man does have a better heart, so dang, that's crazy, dude. So right now, I believe this is the DCKO lineup, and then it'll jump into the crossover soon. These are the characters: Homelander, Samantha Strong, Annabelle, Vampirella, Sub-Zero, Red Sonja. Yep. So, and the Red Sonja movie was bad, bro. What's up, David? What's up, my dude? It's good to see you, brother. Yeah, we're just here, about to wrap it up in a little bit. We've already kind of come to an end. Was here with Derpy. Brian showed up for a little bit too, so good to see you. We're talking about we have a series coming up called DCKO. In the series, Homelander is supposed to be coming into the DC universe, so we are getting fan fiction, Homelander versus Superman, something super exciting to talk about. And Hunter Iggy just brought up a good point and said, well, what about Omni-Man? Omni-Man would be a G thing. I think he'd be a better fight for Superman. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. Derpy is out. He fell asleep, so he's on his way. He's going to get rest. And I'm just here, about to end the show. And yeah, just wanted to answer some questions real quick. They should give C's up. But yeah, guys, let me know what you got in the comment section. Hit us up. Let me know if there's anything going on. Also, are you guys excited for what do we talk about today? Of course, we have Stranger Things coming up. We're going to be doing a watch party. David, you should come and do the watch party with us, dude, and come and watch it. Gremlins 3, Michael Jackson's biopic, Zelda, Super Mario Brothers 2, James Gunn's Brainiac ideas and Doomsday. What are your guys' theories and talks? Let us know in the comment section, guys. We appreciate every one of you. To all our extraordinary listeners for coming in and being a part of this. We always care about you, and we thank you so much for being a part of this. We hope you have a safe week. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. It's going to start getting cold, so everybody start getting your allergy medication and staying warm and stuff. So, guys, we appreciate everybody. Thank you guys so much. And, yeah, have a good weekend. Later, have a good week, not a weekend. Crazy, guys. Crazy.